'Cause I'll be there for you, 'cause we care for you. You're there for me too, my friend. I know it's hard sometimes when you feel left behind. Tell me what's on your mind. Why do this on your own, yeah? 'Cause I'll be there for, 'cause I'll be there for you, my friend.
Let's start then. Right. Welcome to Johnny's Chat. So I'm here with Lick. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All
Good
right,
to
let's get into it. Let's tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, what you do, how you got into it.
Okay. So I really the way I got into music was through my sister. When she was a kid, she used to do a lot of auditions, a lot of musical theatre acts and stuff like that. And she went to this one big audition for Britain's Got Talent, and she got some upsetting news, and she ended up quitting. But the
Oh,
way
shame.
I'd seen the music change my parents' view on things really made me want to get into it. Um, and going through mental health as a child, especially through being bullied a lot at school and going through all of that kind of that journey, music was a way of helping me guide myself to a better path.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and then I started taking music proper seriously when I was in the last couple years of secondary school, um, because I could see that the way I was learning was a hell of a lot different from other people, but I had a very strong interest and skill in music. So I started taking it seriously from there. But people just ask me a lot of the time, like, where'd you get your confidence from? What? And I'll be real with you, I don't have an answer to that question. I feel like what it is because I'm so excited to perform, and when I've created something new, I'm so happy to show people. The confidence comes from the excitement. And I feel
Yeah,
like if there's
man.
anything you're doing, if you feel it enough and it's interesting enough, it becomes just that. It becomes confidence. Like you never know how well you're gonna do in something until you throw yourself in the water, and just start swimming. And
That's it.
that's
Yeah,
what I've
yeah,
done.
yeah.
And yeah, to be real with you, to describe myself in about 3 words, I'd say definitely I'm an average guy. I'm just your normal guy on walking down the street. I'd say I'm very eccentric, and I'd say hopeful, because all I want to do in this world is make music that people understand, but also show people that it's not. You don't have to have all of this glamour and all of this to make yourself into what you are. Like you just got to be yourself and show the world
Mhm.
that you are what you are, not what the industry wants to make you.
Yeah, exactly, man. So you find your passion, you find your purpose, and you just go with it, man. And then the confidence will come with it, 100%,
Exactly.
100%. So you said, so you use well, music has been like a form of therapy for you. Then, like growing up, you used it to like maybe not go down other paths of expressing yourself, sort of thing, and use
Yeah.
music as a staple of
Yeah.
expressing yourself and releasing that emotion, man. Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I'd I was thinking earlier, like obviously I knew you were going to be a guest today, and like when I was in the shower earlier, I usually do sing, but then I did it differently today. I thought like I was singing in the shower, and I was like, you know what, this is kind of like it's therapy, man. It's like a mindfulness
It
technique. Do you know
is.
what I mean? When you sort of
Literally.
like get into the music, man, and
It's
you
because you
go
know what
with
it is,
it.
because without you knowing it, music manipulates you, because you can sit there and be feeling shit, and you'll put on a song or some, like, put it this way: if you're sitting in a room and you're feeling like shit, and I come in and play your favorite song,
Yeah,
automatically
yeah,
your
yeah,
mind switches. It emotionally manipulates you, and that's good, because that's why music is such an amazing outlet for people.
yeah,
And
definitely.
not a lot of people that are talented have the platform, because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, I wish I could sing. I wish I was singing. You're so skilled," and that's it. It's not a talent. You're not born with knowing how to sing. When I was born, I didn't come out and start going la 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 la. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's a skill you develop. It's something you can develop and something that you can learn. And I think that's what people lack: the understanding that singing is not just a talent; it's a skill that you can learn.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
really want people to know that, because it took me where I am today to develop my voice to where it is now. But everyone is different. It could take people 3 days to learn how to sing. It could take people 3 years. It's all about the stage and how much effort they want to put into it.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, but honestly, singing is an amazing form of therapy. Doesn't work for everyone, but it still has a major part in people's lives that I think they really underestimate.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, like, even when you listen to the music you listen to on the radio has an impact, you know what I mean? If you're working and that, might have a little dance and you feel up more
Yeah,
upbeat sort of thing, you know, sing along to it. It's good stuff, man. It can definitely be used as a form of therapy, man. Definitely, definitely.
100%.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so also like when you said about people finding their voice sort of thing, like it might take some people 3 days, some people 3 years. That part and parcel of that would be sort of like getting to know yourself and like getting in tune with yourself and then finding you well,
Yeah,
everybody's got a song to sing and then tuning into it and like releasing it, you know.
that's it. And that's a key element within itself. A lot of people in the world today struggle to find who they are, and
Yeah, yeah,
like in a society full of such troubled youths today, especially like in our generation we have now, there's a lot of troubled youths that are using music as an outlet, but they're using it in a violent way. They
yeah, yeah,
express violently how they feel, but at the same time, what people don't realize, and what I didn't realize at a stage, because I was very hypocritical of the music, like drill, for instance, I was very hypocritical of it because I was like, well, that's sending a bad message. But then when you sit there and think about it, you've got to realize that that's their way of telling their story,
yeah,
and
close.
not a lot of them have platforms where they can just go, yeah, right, I'm going to jump there and I'm going to release my, because not a lot of people can do it. Because it does take a lot of courage to jump up on a mic or hit a studio booth and record. Whether some people don't believe it is or it takes a lot of courage. And
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think that as an artist myself, seeing I can't judge any form of music. That's why I physically can say I can't judge any form of music, because every form of music has its own crowd, you know? So there's always going to be people that like my music, and there's always going to be people that don't like my music. Same way there's going to
yeah,
be always going to be people that like drill or opera or soul, and there's always going to be people that don't. So yeah, a lot of it is getting to terms with who you are, but then also getting to terms with the people that you're trying to make an audience for.
yeah,
Um,
close.
and that's the main thing that I think people are scared of. They don't know like what it is they're trying to do, and it's just adapting. It's adapting to what you like to sing. Whatever you like to sing is the path I invite you to go down. But always step out your comfort zone at times if you can, because it broadens your range as an artist and as a person.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's all like self growth sort of thing, you know. You know, where there's discomfort is there is growth. There's a lot of learning to be done. 100%, 100%. So when you say about different types of music, I suppose that's what like different people like different music because it's what like it's what they can relate to sort of thing, you know. It speaks to them, like they listen to it and they're like, wow, yeah, that speaks to their soul sort of thing,
Yeah.
you know. Like, yeah, that's the power of music, man. Yeah, it's a very beautiful
Music,
thing,
music,
man.
literally like healing magic. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
a lot of people would choose rather to sit in their room and listen to some music than pay £300 to go and see a therapist every month.
yeah, yeah,
But tell them that they need to take medication to feel better. Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
form of medication, if you will. Like it's a free healer.
Free healer, man. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. So, how do you think going forward that music could be used in a way to like? Because, like, one thing, there is a lot of pain that goes with the arts and stuff like that. A lot of art comes out of pain, and that's the alchemy of pain. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
how, like you said, healing. How would you, well, yourself mainly, and others artists maybe listening, how would you recommend them to take it forward as a process of healing, and try and transform that message, sort of thing?
So what I would say, because this is a message that I've always been told, carrying it myself. If you're trying to put feeling into your music, like proper push it out there and use your music to channel it to people. A lot of the time what it is is people overthink what they need to write. A lot of the time, saying what you're thinking is the best way of doing it, because a lot of the time people will try and like make punchlines, and they'll try and, like, for rappers it's all right because some people get it, but when you physically say what's on your mind but try and lyrically twist it to make it rhyme or to make it sound musical, it gives more of an impact, because it would be like either you giving a speech to someone or you writing a poem or even just talking to them, except there's music in the background. I think what artists, in my opinion, should do for like using music as a healer, like to kind of transpond that, is just be more literal with everything. Like, there's no, and this is one thing I need to learn, and I've been doing it for fucking ages, but I've learning to kind of twist it. All you need to do is like, just don't overthink what you're trying to say, because the more you overthink, the more it gets confusing for you. And then when you do put the song out or the lyrics go out, people will hear it and they'll be like, I get what he means, but like, what does he mean? Whereas you want them to be like, that is exactly how I feel. So yeah, just honestly, from my opinion, and this is the only thing I can think of, is just don't overthink your lyrics. Be like literal with what you're saying. Like, for instance, there's a song I wrote the other day called Closure, and it's about feeling, you know, you're in a relationship with someone, but you're feeling like it's longing out. And the lyrics are, I don't think I'll ever get closure. You're holding me down until I'm holding you. It's kind of like saying, I don't think I'm ever gonna, understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Like, you're holding me down until I turn around and say I want you. Kind of like that. It's more of like people just needing to say what they need to say, rather than beating around the bush to make it lyrically like wow. Like, you don't do that. It's more of like simple makes the biggest impact.
Yeah, man, simplicity. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. So, that would go. Well, because like when you do overthink things, it's like you have like the answer straight away. You know how to say stuff, like conversation when it just flows, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You don't think about it. Sometimes we do, like, you go into that space of thinking and then talk. Do you know what I mean? But it is like something that it's a flow, isn't it? It's a flow that we're all connected to, and like when you jump into it, like everything, like the right thing to say will always be there, sort of thing, because it's it's part and parcel of
it's literally
that.
and people want music to be. They want it to be a musical conversation. That's
100%.
You want to be able to feel like you're talking to the artist, and that the artist is getting exactly, like, hits you in the heart. That's what people and that's what I think artists need to look into if they're trying to make that kind of music. Just really listen to what the person is saying, because I get a lot of my lyrics from talking to my mum, which is funny, because I'll sit down with my mum and I'll sit there and listen to her and I'll be like, and she'll tell me how she feels in certain and then just like pick certain things out and slap it into lyrics, and it works for me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, that's inspiring, bro. It's like using your you always chat to your mum, didn't you? Like, you always have conversations. If you can transmute them conversations and what you're learning from that into music, then that's going to be lessons for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, and it will relate to people, and
Bro,
yeah, man.
Yeah, bro, it's sick, and that's what people miss. They're trying to make the next banger. They're trying to make the next, and what it is there's so many songs that are going under like that are going not unnoticed, because there's this massive wave of what I call generic music, and it's all coming out under the bracket of that song's sick, it's so hard, but then you forget it in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the song that the guy there sat there and wrote in a day or maybe even a week is being played for years. But the guy that was sitting in his car going like, and it's made a catchy tune is being remembered for a week. It's like, what's the point in you making music? Because no one's gonna go back to that song, and if they do, it's just like, oh, do you remember that guy? Like if you want to go down in history and music, you've got to make a song or an album or an EP that people are going to be playing 5 years down the line, like
yeah,
Beyonce, like Ed
yeah,
Sheeran,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
Adele. You
yeah,
get
yeah,
me?
yeah, man. Yeah,
So
man. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you're saying about how like the industry, like that's not something you don't want to portray their sort of messages. But like I don't know, I don't really know much about the music industry, but when of artists that have smashed it and continue to smash it, like your Beyonce's and Ed Sheeran, were their messages? Are they not really like been part of the industry? They just sort of like portray what they want to portray, sort of thing.
what you could say is sometimes you kind of have to kiss the ass of the industry to get what you want, uh,
Yeah,
because there will be points where a lot of the time you're not going to be able to get to choose what you put out, and you're not going, especially if you're signed or whatever happens, you don't really get to choose. But what it is that as an artist, you've got to figure out before you start this music game where you want to go. Because if you
yeah,
put out a song, because a lot of artists are very versatile, but they'll put out a song that people will then see them for that song. That's the kind of person they'll see them for. And then that's the path they're put down. And then obviously at the point where they want to switch it up and change, no one wants to hear that because
yeah,
they've got
yeah,
used to them doing that. And it kind of fucks up the whole thing for them as an artist, because then they're like, well, we thought you were him, but it turns out you're him. I'm not sure if I like him. And then, yeah, it just gets long. So a lot of music is literally, like I said, knowing what you want to do before you start.
yeah. So having that vision and then having that vision and then going towards it and doing, going down the path towards
Like,
it and that's it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, yeah, that's about all a lot of stuff that I'd like to cover with you. Is there anything else that like you'd like to say to any of the listeners, like maybe aspiring artists and or people struggling with mental health?
yeah, 100%. I'd love to say that, I know this is a generic line, but I mean it. Um, you're not alone. Honestly, you're not alone in this world today. There's so many. This is to the artists, first of all. There are so many platforms and so many things that you can do to push yourself as an artist, because I know you're probably sitting there thinking, raw, I've heard this conversation 1,000 times, because I have sat there and listened to someone say to me, there's so many platforms. There is. And when I say that, I mean there is. All I can say to you, and this is God's honest truth, because I mean it, stick at what you're doing, because it will mean something to thousands, millions of people. And I can assure you of that. Because even if you go unnoticed as an artist, I'm telling you now, even if you go unnoticed as an artist, not only have you changed your own life, but you've changed those around you. I'm 100% sure of that. Not a lot of people get into this game because it's a very hard game to get into. But the people that do, I'm telling you now, you make a difference. But guys, all I'm saying is never stop. Never, ever stop. If it's something that you want to do, never stop. Grind. And for the people that are suffering with mental health, um, honestly, as a person that's been there, I've been through depression, I've been through a bit of PTSD as well. The journey isn't something that I can say it's going to be okay. I can never say that to you, because saying it's okay is already giving you a ticket to believe something that's not true. I'm going to say it's not going to be okay at points. That's all I can say. It's not going to be okay at points. But all I can say to you is keep your head up. Keep your head up, because there is always a brighter tomorrow. As much as you've got all of these assholes in suits that are changing the country, and you've got your girlfriend or your boyfriend in your ear shouting at you or making you feel anything that in your life that is crushing you and making you feel like there's no hope, trust me when I say there is. Always look to tomorrow. Always look to the sunshine. Always look to the horizon, because there will always be a new opportunity for you around the corner. And yeah, I can't sweat enough how much your life means to me. As much as I don't know everyone in the world, and as much as I wish I could, everyone's life means something to me. And another loss from depression or from anything that causes people suffering is a loss to me, and it makes me sad. So I just want everyone to know that even if you don't feel valued, I value you. Um, and I hope that everything goes well for you. And yeah, stay blessed.
Bless up, man. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. Well, thanks a lot, Lick, for coming on, bruv, and good luck with everything, man. I look forward to hearing what you release and that.
Wicked, man. Thanks so very much.
It's my pleasure, man. Right, I'll cut the recording there.
'Cause I'll be there for you, 'cause we care for you. You're there for me too, my friend. I know it's hard sometimes when you feel left behind. Tell me what's on your mind. Why do this on your own, yeah? 'Cause I'll be there for, 'cause I'll be there for you, my friend. 'Cause I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. Oh yeah, there for you in the end.